of Bristol's recycling hotspots for this week's Thursday Thrift, where you can get your mitts on old furniture and wood saved from landfill. We're going to be showing you how you can fill your home for next to nothing whilst helping to save the environment. So, welcome to the Bristol Wood Recycling Project. The team here tried to divert as many resources away from waste stream as possible, and they do this by going around our city and collecting it.
So we drive off around the city. We collect timber from building sites or from houses, from organisations who are looking to dispose of waste timber. We bring it here. We process that timber, we turn it back into reusable, resellable timber, and then we sell it here in the shop. We also provide a workshop where we can make furniture and reuse that timber that we collect from around the city.
Why do you think it's so important to reuse old wooden furniture and save it from being thrown away?
Because there seems to be industrial levels of waste that happens now in society in general, from businesses, from us as individuals. And what the Bristol Wood Recycling Project is trying to be is an antidote to throwaway consumer culture, where people can come down here, they can find old pieces of timber which have seen some neglect, and they could turn that back into reloved, reused, pieces of furniture.
And the good thing about this place is that you can pick up almost anything for a very cheap price. As you can see here, there is so much stuff that's been saved from landfill. The team at the Bristol Wood Recycling Project are brilliant at giving old pieces of furniture a new lease of life. Now, it isn't just old chairs, but they also upcycle old pieces of wood like this. But most of all, this place tried to recycle pretty much anything. If it can't be used for something else, it gets recycled into wood chips. Now, with all of the furniture and wood they collect, you can really be creative with it all. If you like a bit of DIY, it's the best place to get your materials and have a go at upcycling.
There is three main things that we have here at the Bristol Wood Recycling Project. We have reclaimed timber, which is dimension timber that's usually used from building sites, so 2x4s, 1x1s, 2x2s, battens, posts, timber like that. And we have those both in softwood and hardwood that we have in our beautiful arc, so that you will be able to see it over here. We also we get in quite a lot of reused scaffold boards from construction sites, which have kind of been weathered and have fantastic patina. Our customers particularly like the fact that they have got saw blades and have got industrial kind of patina on top of them. We also get in a lot of pallets and pallet woods and pallet wood timber. There's been a bit of a resurgence in the recent years of people using pallet wood timber as kind of beautiful, and upscaling it and making it into beautiful garden furniture and DIY projects.
So there's lots of stuff to get hold of and rework, so join me after the break and I'll give you a few ideas on how to spruce up your home without scaring your purse. See you in a few minutes. Welcome back to Thursday Thrift, where we're checking out the Bristol Wood Recycling Project, showing you how you can upcycle old wood and furniture that isn't too tricky but also kind to your purse. The project are just off Cattle Market Road behind Templemead's train station, and it really is a haven for upcyclers. The good thing about the project is that you can get hold of pretty much any type of wood, and lots of different furniture comes in every day.
One point of warning would be to say that we can only sell you what we've got, not necessarily what you need. But within that, what we do have is we have a complete variety of different things coming in at any given time. So from one week we might have 3 tons of parquet flooring, mahogany, which will not be able to produce anymore. Next week we're going to have a set of chairs from a disused service station. We're going to have different thickness scaffold boards, different doors, tables, chairs, benches, dimension timber, sheeting materials, a whole host of timber things come through our yard, and so anybody coming down or wanting to have a browse or have a look or to get some ideas for what they might want to use to produce and to upcycle, we are a perfect place for that.
So let's have a look at what you can upcycle at home. How about sprucing up these old chairs for your dining room? Just simply give them a lick of paint. Or use these old tree stumps as garden chairs. How about get some of these old planks and turn them into a bench? Or what about these giant cable reels? So I've decided to show you an example of the perfect dining room setup. So I've got this old cable reel here, which they get quite a lot of, and I've decided to use that as the dining room table, and they get a lot of chairs too, and you can get these really cheap. So put these together and I'd say you've got the perfect dining room setup. And last but not least, how about one of these reclaimed plant holders? You can pick wood up to make one yourself at home, or the volunteers here can do it for you. So with this wood itself that you've got here, where has something like this come from? Is it something that you get a lot of here at the project?
Yeah, so we get a lot. This is scaffolding board, so it's basically this stuff here.
Yeah.
And we get a lot of it because after a certain amount of time it is null and void, basically can't use it anymore on site. So we repurpose it and we make a lot of furniture that we make in the workshop from this kind of stuff.
Is that quite a popular piece of wood to use? Because I mean, it's quite thick, isn't it? Like really strong,
very
solid
strong,
bit of wood.
It's still got a lot of life in it, and we make it into a lot of things. So we make tables, bookcases, cabinets, stools, and things like this, planters, and raised beds.
So if someone at home wanted to make something like this, by the looks of it, it isn't that complicated, is it? It's just a case of getting some planks of wood like this, cutting them down to size to however big you want it.
Absolutely, yeah.
You've got the pallets, bits of wood in there. I think we've got some down the side here.
Yeah, so that's just pallet wood. So just
some
comes
pallet
off
wood.
A pallet.
Yeah.
We've got pallet breakers here, so you can break all the wood off.
And you line that down the bottom.
That goes all the way down the bottom, yeah.
And then inside you said you've got these, what are they called?
Battens.
Battens.
So they're just literally square bits of wood like this. That go in each corner, and they've got screws going either way, so it attaches this piece, these two pieces to them, and then also attaches the long pieces to them as well.
Perfect. And something like this, so this is just an example of what you make out of the wood that you get here. Is this something that the public can come and buy, or is it a case of letting you know we want something like this and you make it for them?
So there's two options. The first option is for them to come down and pick out the wood from our yard.
Yeah.
And they can also cut to size with a handsaw that we can provide for them in the yard, or they can come to us and say, look, I haven't got the time to do so, can you make one up for us? And we can price them up. We've got we make a lot of things to order.
The possibilities really are endless with all of this wood. With just a few scraps of timber, the team have managed to make a plant bed. Give me a tweet, show me some of the stuff that you've upcycled out of wood, or if you've picked up a great bargain here at the project, then do let me know. I'll see you next time.